Welcome back, guys. This morning I went out and picked two of our homegrown cabbages and I thought I'd make some cabbage rolls. So I've cooked the stuffing yesterday, and in this bowl I have minced beef with the vegetables and some rice, and this bowl here I have minced lamb with vegetables and rice. So here's one of the cabbages. And it was great. When I pulled it apart, there were no insects, no bugs. We had it all covered this year, so it worked out really well. I'm going to be using the quart jars, and these are the wide mouth jars, so they'll be easy to get in and out. Now I've got a pot on the stove for boiling water to blanch the cabbage leaves, and I've also got a pot over here of my sauce, so I'm going to be using the sauce to put them in the jars. So the water's really hot. It did come up to a small boil, and I'll just show you. I've just put a leaf in, and I only leave it for less than a minute actually, and it's just to soften it up so they'll be easy to roll. You can put the leaves in a bowl and just pour boiling water over, and that will do the same thing. So let's see. Yeah, that's looking good. So I'm going to take it out, and I'm just going to put it in this basket for now, and I'll continue on with the rest of them. Okay, so I've just put another one in, and I can see that the water's just starting to come to a boil. Now you don't want this at a strong boil because it will damage your leaves. Okay guys, so I've started stuffing my cabbage leaves and they look lovely. Now I've got two in a quartz jar so far. And I like to add a ladle of sauce on the bottom first, and then I will fill the jars up with sauce once I've got all the cabbage rolls in there. So looks like I may only get 3, 4 if I'm lucky in the jar. I was hoping to get a few more, but I guess it depends on the size. So here I've got the beef mixture that I'm doing, and I'm hoping to get some for our dinner tonight as well. So here's the cabbage leaf. Now I've cut out the hard core on the bottom, so basically all I'm going to do is fold one side in, then bring the other one over that, and then you're just going to roll it, and you're basically going to do it just like a burrito. See if you can see that. Just like a burrito, and you just roll it up, and there you have it. That's it. So I'm going to pop this in the jar. I'm going to try to go across this time. So there it is in the jar. I don't think I'm going to get 4. I think this one's a bit too big for that jar, so I'm going to put that on the bottom of another jar. So I'm going to try and get a maybe a smaller one in there if I can. So here's another one. So I've cut out the core at the bottom. Now I've got I'm putting in about 2 tablespoons of filling, guys. So now I cooked the filling last night, and the rice as well. So here I go. Just tuck these sides in, and there you have it. I'm going to see if I can get that in there. Yes. Bit squashed, but it'll be good. So I'm now going to ladle some sauce. I don't know if you can see that. Now these will be pressure canned, and being quart jars and you've got meat in there, they're going to go for 90 minutes. Okay, so let that sauce get through. I'll need my debubbler. Which is, I have to find it. Okay, so found my debubbler. It's always down the bottom. So now I'm going to make sure there's no air bubbles. You don't want that to mess up your seal. And as you can see, when you do that, the sauce goes down, and you can put some more in. Now I watered this sauce down a little bit, so leave an inch headspace. I'm going to take a little bit out. So that's an inch. Excellent. Now I'm going to wipe, I've got some vinegar on this towel, I'm going to wipe my tops. I mean, how good does that look? And I like meals ready to eat in jars. So if you've been out, put your lid on. These will come out, and just put them in the oven and heat them up. So that's ready for the pressure canner. So I'm going to get the rest of these done, and I'll be back when I'm finished. Okay, so another thing that I do now, one of the cabbages was a really tight head, and sometimes you just can't get the one piece off, and that's okay. So what I do is I layer it as well. It's like a lasagna. So down the bottom of the jar I've also put some sauce, and then I'm going to add just pieces of the cabbage. So I just cut them up like that. So nothing goes to waste. So I'll just move that down. Now this cabbage was blanched, so it's nice and easy to get in there. And then I'm going to take my meat mixture, and I'm just going to put a layer of that on top. Just like lasagna, layer upon layer. Right. So then I'm going to put just a little bit of sauce on top of that, and then I'll go back to the cabbage and I will put in another layer of cabbage and just set it in there. And it tastes really good, guys. To me it's another meal. It's more food put away. Okay, so get the rest of this meat on. Okay, a bit more sauce. So I won't be using as much sauce as I did with the rolls, and still works really well. So there's another piece. Now I do this, if I don't feel like rolling them, sometimes I do this for the ones we're going to have for dinner, and it still tastes good. So that's that. Get the rest of that in. So that's all the beef mince I've gone through, and I've still got a whole heap of lamb. My hands are very clean, guys. I cook constantly and washing my hands constantly. Okay, so I'm going to leave an inch headspace. I just wanted to show you, just wipe that off there. I'll hold it up. See how pretty that looks? Okay. So now I'll debubble and mess it up. It's not bad. Okay, I could probably get some more in there, so I might just do one more on the top, like that. There you go. Now, vinegar on my cloth, wipe my rims. Actually, I might put a bit more sauce on there. It's going to be so good. Now, if you didn't want to use it the way it is after you open it, you just heat it up. You can just throw the whole lot into a soup. So it's all just about ready made for you. Lid on. And rings finger tight. There you go. So the other thing I'm doing, so in my casserole dish here, I've been doing exactly the same thing. I've just been layering the cabbage with the sauce and the meat, and it's worked out really well. So we've had this quite a few times. Normally I would add egg, and I did boil my eggs, but I just want to get this done now. So I do normally add egg, just like you would, just like I do in my lasagna. I put egg in my lasagna. So this will be lovely. So this will go in the oven for dinner tonight. And I'm going to put some sauce on top of that. And if you want to, again, just a layer. Of broken cabbage leaves. And we don't mind that they're broken, they're fine. There you go. So I'll cover that, and that will go in the oven for our dinner tonight. Lovely. So I vented the pressure canner for 10 minutes, and then I added on my jiggler, and I've waited for it to come up to pressure, and now I'm going to time 90 minutes. These are quart jars. So all jars are out of the canner and they're still bubbling. So they're going to sit here until tomorrow morning, and then I will give them a quick wash and label them and put them up for storage. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.